Oh, there we go. Fish on. We are out here in the inshore marshes in South Louisiana. This is something I've been wanting to get back to for about the last 2 years after the hurricanes and everything. And to be honest, every time I planned on coming, my alarm went off and I went back to sleep. But today we made it out here. We were looking for some redfish, a couple flounder. Heck, I'll even take an alligator gar if we get one. So we are looking to catch some redfish. They just changed our slot limit from 16-inch minimum to 18. Normally I would catch 20 to 24-inch ones, so I think we're going to be all right. There's a lot of bait busting, and I'll probably do a fishing. I'll probably fish a popping cork when I get to the spot I really want to go to. In the past, I've just paddled straight to the spot and kind of just parked my butt in one spot all day, and I always did as good or better than all the other boats I met at the launch. So I think we have a good shot. Very rarely have I been completely skunked, so hopefully we can get on some fish and take you guys along for the ride. All right guys, so we are out here in the marsh and bait's busting, and I think some redfish have started hitting the surface, and we're going to try to throw this popping cork at these little cuts and bends. See if we can catch us a fish. I'm using a voodoo shrimp in purple with a chartreuse tail. I've had pretty good luck on voodoo shrimp out here. The biggest trout I ever caught was caught in the marsh on a voodoo shrimp. On the bottom, not even under a popping cork. And that trout was 26 inches. I'll throw a picture up here in a little bit. All right guys, we are coming up on the spot I really like to sit at and fish. I'm going to stop using my popping cork. Didn't have any bites. We saw bait busting, and we saw a few wakes of maybe a redfish chasing that bait, but nothing bit, nothing really stood out. So, and the current, man, it is going against me right now. So hopefully if it stays like that on the way in, we'll have a smooth, easy paddle back to the launch. I'm about a mile and a half back here, and it probably takes me 20 minutes, 30 minutes or something, taking it easy. So it's not too bad. And we'll come up here, get set up, and I'll show you guys what I'm fishing with. All right guys, so we're gonna use shrimp two ways. The first way is I'm gonna have a bottom rig, and I'm gonna use this salted shrimp. All you had to do is take some shrimp, get some non-iodized salt, and soak it in that salt, and it pulls all the moisture out, and your shrimp become a lot firmer. I saw a lot of people that surf fish on the beach use this method, and I figured it'd be a good way to keep the crabs and croakers and little catfish from stealing all my shrimp. So I have this pole set up that I'll show you here in a second. Just getting it untangled. All right, so this is the setup here. You have this T here, which I tied with some 18-pound fluoro, and your hook comes off, and it's just a little circle hook, and I put a quick connect snap swivel here with a 1 ounce weight, and I'm gonna take this salted shrimp just right here, and it's real tough. And I'm just going to take this, hook it through, and I'm going to go through, man, I'm going to go through the small side so I can get that point out the hook. And I think I'm going to leave it just like this. I forgot my anchor today, so it may get a little western, but that's what we're going to do for the first line. I'm just going to throw it out, loosen the drag just a little bit, and see if we can catch us a redfish. If you guys fish out in kayaks and you don't have these floats on your rod, 100% recommended to get these. I've had a redfish pull a rod out the rod holder when it hit it so hard, and my pole flew out the kayak, fish got off the hook, and my pole just floated back up. I'm probably in about 2 to 6 feet of water at the deepest hole, so it's really not very deep here, but definitely get you some floats if you fish out of a kayak. All right, that should be good. Oh yeah. And this one's tail is pretty much gone, so I just go through there and I hook him just like this, and we'll toss him out on the bottom and see if we can't catch us a big old redfish or flounder or something. There he is. Yep. That's a fish. A little speckled trout, it looks like. Oh yeah, little speck. You catch some specks back here in the marsh. Oh yeah, little speck. Little speckled trout. That's probably what's been messing with our baits. Let's see. Here's a pretty small one. Oh, he's missing an eye. Or I think I hooked him in the eye. Let's see how big he is. I don't think he's big enough to keep. Yeah, he's just over 10 inches. He's too small. Just over 10. Almost 11. Not big enough. So there it is. There's a fish. He's a little bit heavier than the last couple. He's not pulling drag like a big red though. He's probably a black drum, if I had to guess. Yep. Little black drum. These have to be 16 inches to keep. Anything from 18 to 20 is okay to keep. They just get a lot of worms when they get too big, and most people don't want to deal with them. But he ate that shrimp head. Little black drum. All right, guys, I was checking my salted shrimp line, and I put this one down, and when I picked it back up, I had something on the line, and he has swam straight towards me. So I don't know how big he is or what it is, but he swam straight towards my boat the whole way. I think it's a redfish. It's about right. You put your pole down. Yep, it's a nice red. He might make it 18. He might be 18. Oh no. Oh yeah. He's gonna be right on the edge. If the limit was, or if the slot was still 16, I think this one would make it all day. But with it being 18 now, I don't know if he's going to make it. All right, we'll just measure him in the net. 16 on the nose. He is not a legal fish. If this was a few months ago, he'd be a legal fish. He'd make 16 just by the skin of his tail. But he's not 18, so he gets to go back into the water. Kind of unfortunate for us. Nice, pretty tail. A little bit of a blue to it. They get real blue in the middle of summer. But all we need is a flounder for the Cajun Slam. He's a nice fish, just not legal. Not a legal fish today. He said, get me out of here. The biggest redfish I've ever caught has come out of this marsh right around here. He was definitely over 33 because my board only goes to 33. And he probably overhanged 6 or 7 inches maybe. It's my profile picture on this channel. Well guys, we didn't catch anything that we could take home with us or anything we wanted to take home with us. 1 redfish, 2 specks, a bunch of black drum, and all the hard heads you want to mess with. So, it wasn't too bad. Fish just weren't here, I guess, or they didn't want what we were throwing. The only good thing is, it looks like the current's going the same direction we need to go back to the launch. So we can just kind of take our time and not have to struggle against the current. So, thanks guys. Appreciate you for watching. We're going to get on these redfish this summer though. Stay tuned.